Can a curse decide or alter the destiny of a country and her peoples? This sounds like a question from ancient times, doesn't it? Something that doesn't make sense in this day and age. In these times of overt and covert wars, the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, machine learning, intergalactic travel, democracy, human rights, and wrongs, of course, good governance and corruption, and many, many other things. Well, is that what you think? Even when several other countries are moving at dizzying paces towards you don't know where, we remain stuck. As a nation, we remain stuck more or less, moving on at our own comfortable pace or not moving at all, depending on what station of life we are in. We often turn back the pages of history and come across this lingo. Sutteele sarapeko desh, the country on which the curse of a Suttee, a virtuous woman that is Suttee, the country on which the curse of a Suttee has befallen. The story goes something like this. During the reign of Lakshmi Narsingh Malla, the father of Pratap Malla, Lakshmi Narsingh Malla is the father of Pratap Malla, the king of Kantipur. During his reign, Bhim Malla, a nobleman, managed to strike a trade deal with Tibet, a deal that was in the national interest of Nepal, a deal that served Nepal's national interest well. In good old days, kings of Nepal used to rule over large swathes of territories through a roughly uh, through a kind of federal setup. They used to have Samanta and Mahasamanta. Those are locally elected chiefs, locally appointed chiefs, and through these officials, the kings of Nepal used to rule over large territories. Happily, Bhim Malla returned home, only to find that his rivals had concocted and narrated a different story to the king. What was the story all about? The story was that he had harmed national interest through the Tibet deal. That is what the rivals of Bhim Malla had narrated to the king, misinterpreting the deal. Angered, the king ordered the execution of the patriot nobleman, that is, Bhim Malla. Grief stricken and angry, his widow, Bhim Malla's widow, consigned herself to flames after a parting course. That is what our historians claim. She cursed, it is said, that ill fate, that ill fate should befall in this country on those people who are honest, who are loyal, and who are patriotic. Of all the places, the curse of a Suttee had to befall on this piece of planet Earth, this landmass known for events of tectonic significance throughout her history. By the way, the formation of the Himalayas and the lap of the Tethys Sea is not the only important development that has taken place on this magical land since the life and times of Bhim Malla and his wife. The list can be pretty long, so for the sake of brevity, let's move on. Anyway, whenever a tragedy strikes this country, whenever a disaster, whether it's man made or natural, whenever a disaster occurs, the blame goes without any doubt on the good old Suttee and her curse. Leave the national level impact of the curse aside, at least for now. Suppose some Tom, Dick, or Harry tried hard but failed to make it through some tough exam, some highly competitive exam, say a public service commission exam. Suppose Ram, Sam, Krishna, Sher, Khadga, Rita, or Parvati deserved a promotion, or so he or she thought, but didn't get one. Suppose some clerk did not get a raise this time around. Some other guy applied for a visa in vain. Lakhs of people leave this country for foreign source, for jobs, for better education, for enjoying a better life with their ill-gotten wealth, and several other causes. In the mind of many among the above listed people is this impression that the good old lady and her cuss is to blame for all bad things that have happened to them. Forget those holding blue collar jobs in some of the most hostile working conditions around the world. If posts on social media are anything to go by, even the cream of the cream from Nepal finds solace by literally abusing the country with that everyday refrain. What is that refrain? Sutteele sarapeko desh. That is what they utter whenever they are down and out. Granted, some among us have made our names and done the country proud in foreign shows. For example, Nepali engineers had a huge role in the construction of the landmark Burj Khalifa. Another crop helped build the iconic bridge over the Padma River in Bangladesh. That was a recent feat. Workers from Nepal played a crucial role in the construction of a state-of-the-art football stadium, that is, in Qatar. Ethical hackers, scientists, medical doctors, computer engineers, chefs, international consultants of different kinds, actors, singers. These and many other professionals have made their names and given the international image of Nepal a huge boost. Despite their remarkable contributions, their ancestral land, this fatherland, this motherland remains chronically poor, unstable, hungry, corruption plagued, and ill prepared to deal with contingencies. As per the Global Hunger Index, Nepal in the year 2021 ranked 76th. Nepal ranked 76th out of 116 countries. These countries had sufficient data to calculate the 2021 Global Hunger Index scores. Data were available for the calculation of the Global Hunger Index of those 116 countries, and Nepal ranked a dismal 76th country out of those 116 countries. With a score of a paltry 19.1, Nepal has a level of hunger that is moderate. That is what the Global Hunger Index report points. With a thriving democracy in place, powered by a conscious citizenry, Nepal can do far better in terms of corruption control than it has been doing. With a paltry score of 33 out of 100, the year 2021 saw Nepal in an unenviable 117th rank out of 180 countries. Of course, Nepal can do far better than this, what with a population dividend and a relatively manageable population size. First, between two global economic and military giants, the country can rise and shine in her own right with or without the Suttee's curse, with a bit more of endeavor from her sons and daughters. Success stories like the almost tripling of tiger, tiger population offer us hope. Success in nature conservation and bringing down maternal child mortality rates are among our remarkable national victories against all odds. At a time when neighborhood economies are collapsing like houses of cards, we have somehow remained afloat thus far. That is no mean feat. That is no mean feat, though ever rising prices have become a matter of serious public concern. The worst is not yet over for Nepal, and the best that is yet to come. In terms of crisis, in terms of multiple crises like these, Nepal needs the expertise of her cream of the cream manpower, human resources, that is, and this is based abroad. This is the time we need the cream of the cream among us the most, brimming with expertise of all sorts. This cream of the cream lot, can play a huge role in tiding the country over this crisis. This lot can play a tremendous role in bailing the country out of these multiple crises. What are you waiting for? Oh, cream of the cream. Oh, the very best of the very best. Oh, the best of the best. Are you waiting for the Suttee's cuss word to expire? With this question, let me wrap up this edition of Soft Talk. This is an initiative towards citizen journalism. I request you all to subscribe to this channel, comment on our presentation, and like our presentation. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.